I just got back from the hunt, so let's talk about what I found. Alright, I was out and about today, a hunt for, mostly college. I picked up a couple toys. I relapsed into some video games. I haven't picked up video games in a while. So, let's talk. I picked up some cool stuff. First of all, actually, I'll get to some keys at the end here as I bought a little stack of one guy. But I did buy some dollar books to kick off the day. And most of them I read, like something like, Future Quest Present number 12, Frankenstein Jr., Future Quest 11. I remember when this was coming out, and I think I had it on my pull list, or I took it off my pull list, or I put it back, or something like that. I had intentions to pick it up, and I never did. And since then, I've been retracking down the issues, and I'm almost done. I mean, they're easy enough to find $1 bins. I just have been super dedicated, so I'm almost done that. And then I started this Demon 6 issue because again, it's another one. I was reading books at the time, and I feel like I would have picked this up, and I didn't. So now I'm going back and refill the whole. So like this Dead Man, the Neil Adams book. Why I wasn't buying those at the time, I have no idea. But I'm buying them now. And then I also saving guy picked up this Mystique 2, which is a cool Linzer cover. Something different. I think I might have already had that issue, but I still picked it up for $1. And then I picked up some more comics. Picked up for $1 a piece some cool VHS Invasion Body Snatchers, absolute classic. Battlestar Galactica Fire in Space, but it's my Battlestar Galactica display I'm working on. And then, of course, I think 31 or 32, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. This is one of the best Jekyll and Hydes to date. And Frederick March, his performance in the movie is awesome. So those were cool. And this all the same person had for $3 this 70s barf bag from Morgan the Devil. So it's gimmicky and it got me. So I picked it up because why not? So it's pretty cool. And there's one guy, he always has the bootleg DVDs and Blu-rays stuff. So he had the new Skull Island. And I don't have Netflix, but I'm a big Monsterverse fan. I'm a big Godzilla fan. So I could give this a watch. And I picked up some more dollar. But this one guy, actually, I think everything was $2, but I think it was $10 for 6 books, I think. So both issue 1 and number 2 of the Puppet Master miniseries that came out around the 3rd movie. Nightmares on Elm Street by Innovation. I think this was a 6-issue mini. Let's pick up number 1 of that. 2 later issues of Akira. We got 32 and 31. So the bag's a little wrinkled. But, less than $2 a book, why not? And then Clive Barker's Book of the Damned, number 1. Some of those Clive Barker books from Epic could be a pain. And then there was some, some magazines I picked up. All these, they ended up being $1 a piece. And some of our cover lists, I just want to flip through them. So we got the Making of Godzilla 98 for $1, because that was just kind of cool, caught my eye. And then these Famous Monsters of Filmlands for $1. I'll just flip through. I think this one actually has 3 of them in there. Or it's a book bound. I think, there's 3 of them stuffed in there. So, for $1 piece, there's also green slime cover. That was pretty cool. The Empire Strikes Back cover. That one's awesome. And then, a couple newsstand rips. But, I always love thumbing through these. I buy them more for what's inside of them than the actual, condition of the book. So, this is actually kind of the way I do want to build this run. Is because I'm just trying to read them. There's, for me personally, there's no, collectible value to them. I mean, there is, but, I have a number 1, which I didn't even know was the number 1 at the time, which is a cool Godzilla one. And like I said, I relapsed into some video games. So I picked up a Ninja Gaiden and a Rampage for the NES. Hopefully they work. The lady said she tested them, so we'll see. If not, I know her booth. I know where to find her. But so I'm probably gonna test those tonight. And then on to the bigger purchase. I built a small stack this guy's day. We had some nice stuff, and he did me fairly nice deal on them. So I'll show you. I picked up the ASN 147 Early Tarantula. It's a lower grade copy, but I think I needed it. Jason Goes to Hell number 3. Still polybagged. Just got the card in there. So I just need number 2 now. The card. ASM 239, little Hobgoblin Key. It's a newsstand. It's a good book. ASM 212, First Appearance of Hydro Man. So this one might go in my sell pile. Bitter Bill 3, or Thor 337, First Appearance Bitter Bill. Newsstand copy. I'm going to AB this one with my other one. I think I paid like $11 for this book. So that's a pretty good steal for $11. So I'm going to AB my copies in the lower grade. I'm going to bring with me to Merchantville show September 16th. And Merchantville at Scott's shop. Play with this. Then there was Eerie number 7. This beautiful cover. This fanzine Rockets Blast Special number 8. This awesome painted Captain Marvel cover. And this awesome back cover was pretty cool. That just caught my eye. This art of John Buscema is awesome. It's got this cool wraparound cover. So that's something you don't see every day. A Captain Marvel number 1 from the UK. This is the volume 2. So that was cool. A part 2 of Kraven's Last Hunt in the ASM series. That's a nice little book. ASM 136. It's a lower grade copy, but I think I could press it and clean defects. There's some color loss from like paint or tape or something here, but I think the rest of it can get cleaned up, and I might make a couple bucks out of it. So this again might go in my sell pile. Then we have Moon Knight number 1, also going in my sell pile. Already have a copy or 2 of these, so I don't need that one. I'll AB them. Whatever the best copy is, I'll keep. And then awesome issue of Foom number 19. When do you ever see Foom out in the wild? When do you ever see Foom out in the wild? Never. Almost never. So this was really cool. And I think it's when it ends at 22, I think. So this is like the third to last issue of the run. So that's pretty cool. And, again, Foom, you never see him. So once I saw this, I knew if I wasn't leaving with anything else, I was leaving with this Foom. Because it's got some dog hair on it. Because, how often do you see Foom out there, out in the wild? So that might have been the best buy of the day. But the Beta Bill was pretty cool, for pretty cheap because it was first Hydro Man, some stuff like that. First Green Goblin 2, Harry Osborn becomes the Green Goblin. That's a nice little minor key. So I picked up some cool stuff. Nothing like overly crazy. Or like Ollie's has a lot of clearance figures. So I got this Godzilla from the Monsterverse. It's cool. I just why not for $6? But it's one of those things where, you never know we're going to find some okay stuff today. Nothing that'll knock your socks off, but some cool stuff for the PC, some stuff to resell, get some money back. And overall, it was a decent little haul. If you aren't already following me here on Facebook and Instagram for more daily content, I drop stuff on here every day. I got shorts cut up 2 to 3 times a day usually. I got to do some re-editing to put out some new ones. And of course, I drop videos 1 to 2 times a week. Usually Wednesdays and Sundays is when I drop. Always Wednesdays, possibly sometimes Sundays, usually Sundays. And then, of course, follow me here on Instagram, Facebook for, I post stuff on Instagram all throughout the week, on Facebook throughout the week, different series on both. And then the Facebook group Fandoms Unleashed, where you can see a behind the scenes look at Connor's comics. You can be part of posts and polls for upcoming videos. You can see what I'm working on. You can post about stuff yourself, about your content, your comic books, what you read, what movies you watched, whatever. We always have a great discussion there. So that's all linked down in the description. Until next time, peace.